You've been in the three-point shootout 7 times, won it twice, but you're like a retired boxer, you know, you have to come out of retirement to take on this new up-and-comer to show you've still got it. Is that true?
It's something like that. I was minding my own business this summer when she was in the WNBA three-point shootout, and then I saw she got 37.
Sabrina, you bet!
And obviously that's the record, so the competitor in me felt a little something. And
Nice 67.
Thank you, brother. And so when I tweeted, like, it was ridiculous, and she was like, kind of setting up the opportunity for a challenge. I didn't know it would lead to this, but it's pretty cool that we get to do it on the main stage.
You're a competitor. What does it say about her competitiveness? That she's like, I don't want the WNBA line. Give me the same step three-point line.
That's what I expected.
Would you rather go first and set the target, or would you rather have her go first so you know what you're chasing?
I'd rather go second. I think the 2 times I've won, I've gone second in the final round and knew it's nice to know what you got to do, and you kind of rise to the moment. So
I asked KD last night, who do you think he picked to win it?
I'm going Steph.
You're going Steph?
Like Sabrina, you can shoot, but not against the greatest.
No, and he's an instigator. I'm sure he picked her. But,
he didn't. He picked you.
Okay,
he said she's good, but she's not as good as the greatest. Good luck, man.
Had a 6-point lead. What was the difference maker, and how are you guys able to set the tone in that second half?
We just stopped turning the ball over. They played a very aggressive defense in the first half, trying to take away our threes. I think I was the only one that hit one tonight, which is weird, but it opened up stuff in the paint in the second half, so we just slowed down a little bit, picked them apart, in half-court offense. And then our defense was great. BP, JK, Guy Santos. Obviously, we know what Draymond does every night. Everybody stepped up and made contributions on that end.
Yes, Steph, you had all the teams for three-pointers, and when threes weren't following, as a group, you guys hit 72 points in the paint. With the way this Nets defense was, guarding you, where were you reading that allowed you guys to be so dominant from the inside game?
Yeah, you just have to go away from pressure. That's like a really cool basketball concept. We like to shoot threes. We have a lot of guys that can do it. But if, they're going to try to take that away, other things are open. And, again, it's just every game, it's just a matter how do you win this particular game, and that's how we could do it.
I mean, you've been in this league for very long. You have so many fans that come out. What was it like to play at Barclays? We saw you kind of engage with the fans in the fourth quarter, where the opponent in their arena is cheering you on.
God is good in the sense of what basketball has, allowed me to do and experience. We work so hard to play at this level, like you said, been in this game for a very long time. And to have this type of response on the road, like, I never take it for granted. It's something that is truly special. And at a certain point, the shoes are going to get hung up and you'll miss it. So I love this environment. I love, performing. And like I said, I don't ever take it for granted.
It doesn't look like it's getting hung up anytime soon with the points, the numbers, and stats that you're putting up. I got to ask you really quickly, because you ranked Barclays Center as one of your top 2 places to eat popcorn. Were you able to get popcorn here tonight?
The locker room attendant who's been here in the visitors' locker room for probably a decade or more, he always takes care of me. So I didn't do any pregame, but I got a nice bucket back there waiting for me, and it's nice to have that celebrating a win.
Big shout out to Tiny, who gets you the popcorn. Thanks, Steph. Congrats on the win.
The energy for sure, Guy, and talking about BP. No, for sure. It's just the opportunity has presented itself with, the injuries that we had, and obviously Wiggs being out. Tonight, there are a lot of minutes available, and they both stepped up, made a lot of hustle plays, gave us a lot of second chance opportunities. You just ask that they know they play hard, they bring energy, play with confidence, and good things happen for both of them tonight, and we needed every bit of it to close out a game. It was, I think, a 6-point game at one point. And the last 4 minutes was a beautiful brand of basketball, so it was good to see. He wants to shoot the ball better. I know he wants to be out there on the floor. Like, he's a champion. He's the guy that's, been as much a part of all of our success as anybody. The challenge as we get deeper into our careers is, the adjustments that we all have to make to try to continue to win at the highest level. So the way this game works, there's ebbs and flows. There's, down periods in the season. There's times where it's your time to shine. You have to stay locked in, stay ready. I haven't talked to him specifically about it, but it's about just staying, positive, staying ready. He still played 30 minutes, and he made a lot of, timely plays for us. So just stay in it because everything comes back around.
Are right now. You take any solace or comfort in and make the game play like really almost like back and forth.
I think we've talked about that opportunity, even like Boston a couple of years ago when they were like 500 for a long part of the season, and then they hit their stride. You can think about that and you can allow that to be motivating. You still have to go out and perform. So it makes games like Atlanta like even more frustrating because you're right on the doorstep of building true momentum in a season. And it's nice to respond like we did tonight. We have 2 more games on this road trip where we understand every game is important. There's a sense of urgency, and there is an opportunity for us to make something of the season and not just be talk. So it's nice to have some case studies to look at.
I went to see
relationship with Sabrina and seeing her growth from college
I know she's from Walnut Creek, and Bay Area, hometown kid that's kind of paved her own way as an icon in women's basketball and basketball in general, the way she did at Oregon. How she's starting to pave her way as a WNBA, all-star, and got her first finals appearance. I know it didn't go, their way, but sky's the limit for her and what she could do on the court in terms of her impact in the game, but also court as well. So it's kind of been fun to watch her journey, and the stage that we'll be on in Indiana will be fun. Like, whichever way it goes, this thing is great for, that weekend. It's great for both leagues. It's great for basketball. It's great for inspiration for people who are watching and looking forward to it.